I want my best shooter ball side. So Luke, you would switch with Evan. Okay, and then kind of my big score would be there. I'd be happy with either of you in that situation. I'm not as worried about that. But the thing I want to talk about is the first read. Okay? So, if I play defense like this, right? That's a read that you can make. If my shoulder is, or sorry, my chest is to your shoulder, what do you think your next step should be? Yeah, how? Yep, just like that. So that's your first read. If the defender is ever on chest to shoulder, give me a seal. And that's what the inbounder is going to be looking for. Okay, so you shouldn't even have to look at each other. Chest to shoulder, seal. Right? If player is behind, like this, now you don't have that advantage, right? So that's where we're looking for our screen. Lucas, guard Nate. So as my middle guy in the tee, my first read is my defender. My second read is who am I screening? You got to look ahead at that, right? And then our screen, we have to do better with this. We want to make sure they're not always all the way up there. You might be here, right? We want to make sure we're nice and wide, right, into that screen to take up more space. You've got to drive him in and then off, okay? From there, now I've got my turn and I'm going opposite. But this is also where we have to demand the ball. So, Zach, come here for that screen. Okay? He goes through, go Lucas, switch. Okay, hold. So, if I switch, you're going to be open, right? Because he has to fight through that. That's going to be really, really hard here. Come back again. Okay? Now, let's go with the switch. Go ahead, you're running through and stop. Here's where we need to not just run in a straight line. We have to make sure we seal people off. So if it's a switch, you've got to seal him and then explode with your arms out. And you got to give me a good pass, right? We're working on this. So that you catch it and go up. But again, we can't wait for a ball ever. Where's Declan? Never wait for a basketball. You got to go out to it with our hands out so we can release. Now sometimes you might fight through. So I'm guarding Zach, he goes, and I'm here, okay? And again, now you're coming down towards that block, Nate. If it's not there, just fan out to the short corner and stop, because Luke's gonna run down to that corner. Okay, so just go short, come a little bit more. From here, where's your next step? Nope, nope. Here's your next step. This foot should be right between my legs, shoulder in, right, and then drive forward. So, yeah, so you want to demand your space, right? So if you're here defending me, right, and I want to get there, I'm going into you, right, and now I can run out, and right? That's where we have to initiate contact. So that's your look, okay? As this is all happening, I want my shooter here, ready to dive down, and you want to be wider to this far corner, right? This far corner, because if the help is there, now we've got a shooter taking the shot. Does that make sense? So that's T. That's all I'm going to show today. Just want to make sure we know, we look for kind of those cues. So we want a wider screen. You want to read the defender, right? If their chest is to their shoulder, you've got yourself a seal.
We should almost have like a code word for like post stuff like Zach and then say a word.
Yeah, whatever you want, but really, it's a cue. Chest to shoulder, he's going to seal.
Sometimes
they'll bounce
people
past
don't
him.
notice it, but like you can see it from here.
But if you know what to look for, you should notice it.
No, some people like people on the court.
Yeah.
It's easier to notice it when you're.
I just think just make a basketball play. His chest is to your shoulder, you're going to seal him, and then I'm going to make that pass. That's your read that you're going to make off of it, right? Sound good? That's it. You want to go through T?